Hey, what's up? It's been a while since I've covered David Dobrik, and I have no idea what he's up to. So we're gonna look into David Dobrik today. I got my clickbait sweater on. So yeah. Last I heard, he pretty much stopped doing YouTube and was sticking mainly to Snapchat. I saw on like the Tea Spill, a bunch of like tea channels that the Vlog Squad's done. Could be clickbait, but I think something happened with Heath. So we're gonna find out right now. So I know the lawsuit's happening with Jeff. Don't know where that is right now. Let's just look at this one and then we'll keep going up. So this was November 17th.
David Dobrik started his new business venture this weekend with the official opening of Doughbriks Pizza, and the turnout was actually shocking. People were camping out overnight. The line was massive. It went all the way down the road for ages, and so far, people actually have good things to say about it. But that doesn't mean the opening happened without some drama.
So David Dobrik's new pizza shop opens tomorrow, and I wanted to get the very first slice ever sold. So me and my friends decided to camp out so that nobody beats us to it. So we set the tent up, and we fit in perfectly in LA. The pizza...
We're gonna speed this up real quick.
The shop doesn't open for another 24 hours, so we kept ourselves busy, and now we're going to bed. So stay tuned, because we're gonna do something very special with the first slice ever sold.
And you would think camping out for 24 hours at a pizza place would be more than enough to achieve that, but it wasn't. There was actually someone there who camped out for 4 days.
But then there was this guy who'd been camping out for 4 days and beat us to it. Luckily, I was able to make a deal with him and obtain the first slice ever sold. And it was time to run off with it because we're surprising David Dobrik by turning it into something very special. We spent the evening customizing the table, and the plan is to pour this resin over it to preserve it forever. And then we'll add this custom engraving to it.
And these people weren't alone. So many people joined the line after them and waited all night just to be the first people in. And by the next day, the line spanned several blocks.
Guys, look at this. That's insane. Hey, keep going. Hey, keep going.
The YouTuber, this is his name, David Dobrik, whatever. This is Doughbriks Pizza. So this is brand new. All the little kitties is
Oh, is Jonah's restaurant still up? I haven't even looked at. I kind of wanted to go check that place out. Never did. I guess I'll look into that right now too.
Here trying to get them some Doughbriks Pizza. Just check out how long this line is.
As you guys know, these last few years haven't exactly been the best for David. From that insider article that came out about him to the excavator accident with Jeff, and now him being in the middle of a lawsuit with Jeff. It's definitely a risky time to be opening a new business, especially since that business has his name attached to it. And we're already starting to see the downside of David's name being attached to his business. Only hours before the official opening, his store was tagged with the R word across the side, and he was caught with his friends trying to cover the word up with a tarp. It looks like David has a popular restaurant chain called Lemonade behind his brand, so hopefully it's a situation where David is just the face and the name of the store, and the experienced people backing him are the ones making the important decisions. There are still some skeptics.
Probably gonna guess that's how it's working. Or if he's not doing much right now, maybe he is actually working. I don't know. In terms of like the fan turnout, like it makes sense because dude had a huge following at his peak, and while these controversies kind of like he took a hit most definitely, but he still had like a lot of I guess he had a lot of cash flow in other assets, I guess, and then he diversified, and like I said, his fan base was in the millions, and they were all like preteens, teens, young adults. They're still growing up. They're getting older now, but they're still kind of like, they look back on those years of David like fondly. Even I sometimes think like, oh man, I miss those videos. But like, I just don't want to support David in that way anymore. Even though I'm wearing this sweater as like a joke, kind of. I only wear the sweater when I'm at home. I should probably put it away. Oh well. But yeah. I wonder how, if I were to drive past this restaurant now, how busy would the line be? That seems interesting. Because it's already like going to be February. This opened in November. Interesting.
Who think Doughbriks won't last longer than a year.
My only point is that there's a lot more to the restaurant business than having a large following and a great product. A great product and a large following are like 5% of the equation. It is a solid location, but we'll see. We will see. I stand by what I say, 12 to 18 months, maybe a little bit short, or maybe put my neck on the line a little bit. But look, I just know what it takes to run a successful business over any length of time, so we'll see.
But I will say, the one thing that David does have in his favor is the location. He's in a prime location right on Sunset Boulevard, directly across from Saddle Ranch. Since the store stays open until 3 a.m., I'm sure a lot of their business will be from people coming home from a night out and stopping in for pizza.
Well, that's interesting. Maybe I'll check it out. We'll see. Okay, so there's more drama, and we are just diving into it. So, David Dobrik is in trouble.
Like David Dobrik.
Actually, I'm gonna go get my coffee. I'll be right back. Okay, next video.
It's looking like David Dobrik's pizza business might be off to a bit of a rough start, and he's dragging Tana down with him. A lot of people are really upset with Tana right now after she attended David Dobrik's launch party for his new store, Doughbriks. Jeff confronted Tana during this week's Jeff FM episode, and it sounds like Jeff was really hurt over what happened, and he feels like David got what he wanted. As you guys know, David recently opened his new business called Doughbriks right on Sunset Boulevard. On the opening day, there were a ton of David Dobrik fans there, so most of the reviews were really, really good. But as time has gone on, things have changed. One customer went there and said David stopped giving out tokens to either play a song and have a party or get a free scoop of ice cream.
Come with me to try David Dobrik's new pizza place, Doughbriks. It's been about a week since the grand opening and there's still a pretty decent line. We waited about 30 minutes and when we got in, we found out that they weren't giving out tokens anymore, which was sad because I really wanted to have a pizza party. They also ran out of tavern, so we ended up getting the doughy hot honey cheese, and not gonna lie, it was just a really super mediocre pizza, and overall I rate it a 5 out of 10.
It kind of looks not the best. I don't know. It looks like Little Caesar. No, not Little Caesars. Oh God, what's that other spot? Oh, Papa John's. It kind of looks like Papa John's.
I'm not sure if they weren't doing it just on that day she went, but the token was a huge perk that David pushed when they opened. He was so excited about being able to put the token in to play music, and if you didn't feel like driving the employees crazy, you could always get a free scoop of ice cream. Something tells me they're probably severely understaffed because they're not even a few weeks into this, and they've already reduced their hours of operation. Their Instagram page says, temporary hours of operation, Sunday to Wednesday, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., and Thursday to Saturday, 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. Most pizza places are like 12 p.m. to 3 a.m., and not opening until 4 makes me think that he'll probably be losing out on a ton of business.
Wait. 4 p.m. they open? I just realized that. 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., 4 p.m. to 12. Oh, shit. Interesting.
A.m. Most pizza places are like 12 p.m. to 3 a.m., and not opening until 4 makes me think that he'll probably be losing out on a ton of business.
This is how my experience at Doughbriks Pizza went. I was at a job site down the street pouring concrete on Sunset Plaza for this story mansion that they're building, and it's not the first time I go to this job site, so every time I went there I wanted to stop by. I just never had a chance until today. So I get there and I try to open the door and they tell me we don't open until 4, so I took the walk of shame back to my truck. I ended up going to grab some other food somewhere else, and this is where I ended up. The complete opposite of pizza, I know.
Let's
After
go.
waiting like 15 minutes, they called me, grabbed
In-N-Out, boy.
my food, and I headed out. I'll have to go back to try again, but just so you guys know, they don't open until 4 p.m. for now.
Now, a lot of people were pretty surprised to see Tana Mongeau supporting David Dobrik, especially since she's gotten really close with Jeff. They do their podcast together every week, they're always together, and Tana knows what David did to Jeff and how they're in the middle of a lawsuit. Jeff posted a video the other day with Tana and titled it, Our First Real Fight, and right in the middle is a cropped picture of Tana at David's launch party.
There was a moment last week where I thought I'd never be back here again.
Same.
Jeff and I got into the crazy. We're toxic. We're officially toxic.
I'm fine.
So Jeff was upset with Tana because he felt like Tana was
I gotta start watching Jeff FM again. It was good. I don't know. I just kind of... There's a lot of content to watch, you know? I do like Jeff still. I kind of stopped watching him after, like, I was making my videos on him. And then when he did the H3, like, frenemies or BFFs thing, that was good. That was a really good episode. And I still like him. I know Hassan went on his podcast a couple weeks ago. I like Hassan. I think he's a little... He's a bit problematic in some areas, but like overall he's a good influence, I think. And I like Jeff, so kind of I have a soft spot for Jeff. He was my first topic, so you never forget your first, man.
Was almost set up, and she fell right into what David wanted. Get Tana there, Jeff will obviously see, and
He took my commentary virginity.
it'll end up hurting him.
I felt like you got taken advantage of and manipulated, and you fell right into a trap. And that's what I was like pissed off about. The opposite side is saying nobody can hang out with him because he makes me look bad.
But Jeff said that none of his old friends are even allowed to talk to him because apparently it'll make David look bad. Jeff was a part of the vlog squad for years and he made a lot of friendships within that group. But since everything that's happened and now the lawsuit, those friends haven't been seen with Jeff at all. On the other hand, Tana feels like she's given up a lot for Jeff. She said she gave up a lot of her LA friendships and she doesn't think Jeff should let what they have go over a photo that she didn't even want to be in.
You as my best friend and let go of a lot of like LA or faker friendships in order to make sure that you know how much I love you, because I feel like you have a really big issue with knowing that people love you if they don't really show that.
Yeah.
Tana said that she spent most of
Wait, are they dating, or are they just like co-hosts? I should look into that.
her time talking to the vlog squad.
As someone who has lost friends in a way, well, what David and Jeff are going through is like really like unique in the sense that David almost killed him and then he treated him like shit in the past like 2 years, and they were friends. And so like I could see why Jeff would not want any of his people to associate with David, because you could love David all you want, you could enjoy his content all you want. End of the day, he is a very fake person and he is very exploitative, and he's basically just gonna use the people around him to benefit him. And yeah, there's no real helping like helping David unless he gets like help himself in a way and learns to be a better person. So I don't necessarily have any super strong feelings towards David anymore. I think I admit I was definitely part of like the cancel culture mob that was after him, but I do think still it needed to happen because everything that David was doing in the years leading up to that was very problematic. So nowadays I'm just like, fuck him. So but it's interesting to keep like tabs on his career trajectory. Like I have no idea what's happening with the National Geographic stuff, if that's even happening anymore. So
People love you if they don't really show that.
Yeah.
Tana said that she spent most of her time talking to the vlog squad members, and apparently a lot of them said that they miss Jeff.
A lot of his group where they're like, I miss Jeff so much and I love Jeff so much. Oh my God, I might be airing too much out. But I'm not going to hit him
talk
up.
about that. I just said on here that
But I can't hit him up. And I'd be like, why the can't you hit him up? If you miss Jeff, hit him up. You're a grown person.
PR.
Jeff said he understands why they chose David over him, and that's because they need David for money and they've known him for longer. Tana kept saying how she wanted Jeff to be able to move on from that era and not be so caught up in what happened, and Jeff responded by saying something that we've never heard before about his accident.
What if I told you that my accident wasn't as much of an accident, it was more of a failed prank that I wasn't in on? And then when it came down to it and I was in the hospital and they filled out an accident report and they said that I was driving it.
Yeah, so it's a super wrong situation.
Like, what?
And they said that I was driving it.
what?
Came down to it and I was in the accident, it was more of a failed prank that I wasn't in on. And then when it came down to it and I was in the hospital and they filled out an accident report and they said that I was driving it.
Yeah, so it's a super wrong situation.
Like,
Oh,
what?
shit.
Something tells me that incident reports are almost like legal documents, and if that's true and Jeff has the proof of that report and the video, then David might be in a lot of trouble. A lot of people in the comments under this video are siding with Jeff, and they understand why he feels so hurt. Here's what people had to say. I hope Jeff knows that people in the comments aren't just hating on Tana. We just see through her crap. I saw the pictures of Tana on David's story, and honestly, my heart dropped. I want to cry because I fully know how Jeff feels, and I completely agree. If you're close to someone, their enemies are your enemies. I don't want to hang out with anyone that my close friends has problems with. Jeff is 1,000% right about David setting that trap to get the pic of him and Tana. In all the years of David and Tana being friends or acquaintances, I don't think he has ever posted a pic of them together. He was definitely messing with Jeff, and it's really disheartening that Tana refuses to see that. She says she didn't want to be in it, and yet she's the one holding the phone, sticking her tongue out.
They were probably all drunk, and Tana was, I guess, friends with David back in the day. I don't know, man, it's kind of hard to let those relationships go, but in Jeff's case, if that's true, I mean, it's probably all in the lawsuit. Jeff has every reason to fucking hate David's guts, and I don't blame him. And David being the spiteful little bitch that he is, I could definitely see him like, I'm gonna fuck with Jeff by posting a picture of his business partner. If they are doing business together, I don't know exactly what their relationship is nowadays. Just because I saw the BFFs H3 podcast, I didn't start keeping tabs on them again. I just kind of saw that, and then I mean, H3 was going through a lot of shit last year, so yeah, I guess we'll talk about that sometime soon.
There are some people who can understand Hannah's side because she has had a long friendship with David, but for the most part, most of the comments are siding with Jeff. This isn't just like a stupid fight between two friends where you're forced to pick a side. David nearly killed Jeff. He completely altered his life, and while Jeff's been dealing with the side effects from his injury, David's been off traveling the world and opening pizza shops.
Yeah. It's also like, dude, you guys are all mid-20s to 30s, and you're scared of this 25-year-old. Granted, he has like a lot of influence and money, and he could change the trajectory of most of these people's careers, but like, bro, you're scared of what he's telling you. Like, he's like, you had a friendship with this guy, with Jeff, and you're scared to reach out to him because of what you think David's gonna think. Like, that's some pussy ass shit, dude. I'm sorry.
It's such a different situation, and I'm guessing it makes Jeff feel a bit betrayed. Luckily for them, it seems like they worked everything out. Jeff went to her Disney launch party to support her, and they talked everything out on the podcast, so hopefully they've figured things out by now.
Okay, next video. I want to know about the Heath thing. La 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 la. La 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 la. End of the vlog squad. Okay, this might be it. Wait, when was the last video? I think it was a month ago, so that was probably in December.
There's been a lot of questions from fans recently, especially because David kind of left out of nowhere and never really told anyone anything. There's been no real announcement about him being done. He just left one day, and that was it. A lot of fans who grew up watching these guys want to know who's still friends with who and if things are good between everyone, but it doesn't really look like things are going as good as fans were hoping for. Carly and Erin, who in my opinion have probably been the most distant from the people in the vlog squad, recently actually came out and addressed the constant messages that they get asking them about these friendships. They pretty much said that they don't really want to air out any specifics, but they have been really hurt.
I just know there's a lot of questions. I haven't looked yet, but I'm assuming about like personal friendships.
Oh yeah, I haven't looked either.
I'm just
like, let's be surprised.
And like for me, I just don't like to air personal things specific like that.
Yeah. If it weren't for Carly, you guys would have known a year ago.
You can still. You got a channel, girly. Oh, T. Every time I go on TikTok live, it's always the questions. Like that's like I'm addressing it here, but it's like, what happened with blah blah blah, and I'm always just like, stop. I don't owe you. No. However, I do like get it because it's like things have changed. Obviously, there's been some heartbreak. I will say. Yeah. I think you would definitely agree with that.
Hearts have been shattered.
Hearts have been shattered to pieces.
But that doesn't mean that they aren't still friends with some of the Vlog Squad members, because they recently went on Jason's podcast only a few days ago, and they seem really excited to catch up with him. There was a point where Jason brought up David, and he asked them what their favorite moment filming with him was, and I feel like Erin's face kind of says it all.
In cave, that's like 3 moments.
What was your funnest time shooting the videos with David?
Well, I liked being surprised, but I was also too scared.
Yeah, it was a good mix. Yeah. You guys
probably just like
a lot.
driving around LA.
Yeah.
Like the laughs.
There's been a lot of speculation that something happened during Erin's wedding, and that's why they distanced themselves from these friendships. Erin was planning her wedding during the height of COVID, and the venue that she booked had a really strict vaccination and testing policy. Erin and Carly were taking the pandemic really seriously, but I can't say the same about a lot of their friends. During a podcast, Erin talked about how frustrated she was over all the last-minute cancellations because of the vaccination and testing policy that the venue had. During the actual wedding day, there were a lot of Vlog Squad members there, like David and Jason and a few others. But Zane and Heath and Mariah were missing. It was believed that they all refused to either take a vaccination or get tested, so they opted out of the wedding.
I could see that. I think, wasn't Heath, was he like Republican kind of? I don't know. I remember there was something, he had like a Blue Lives Matter shirt, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering.
We never got an actual answer from Erin about why they weren't at her wedding, but our suspicions were confirmed this week during the Roast of Zane. Starting off, we had the joke about Zane, Heath, and Mariah missing Erin's wedding.
It is so awesome that both of our fiancés are here. Oh wait, this is awkward. You haven't proposed yet, you deadbeat. Hey, Mariah, don't worry though, okay? It doesn't mean that Heath doesn't love you. It's just that we all know how difficult it is for Heath to commit to actually going to a wedding. But Erin sends her regards, by the way. Anyways, thank you guys so much.
Zane is is really stubborn. He once ended a 10-year-long friendship by refusing to take a COVID test. Which is funny because most of his relationships end because he refuses to take an STD test.
I can see that. I don't really care for Zane. I don't know. He just seems kind of douchey.
Was supposed to be a roast of Zane, but to most people, it was feeling more like a roast of Heath because people were really coming for him. Some of these jokes have people thinking that there must be some truth behind them.
Thank God Heath finally got in shape. Congrats, Heath. Really, truly. Unfortunately, though, it's going to be a lot of work for Mariah, who has to knit a much smaller clown outfit.
I had to sign an NDA, show Heath my immigration papers.
Filtered when they have to filter out Heath's racism every episode.
Some people were saying, oh, it's probably because he's from the South and they're just leaning into that stereotype. But most people are like, the fact that every single person pretty much said the same thing about him probably isn't a coincidence.
I was thinking about it. He did say the clan outfit. Oh my god. Let's go back on that one. I was like, did he say the clan outfit? What?
After everyone roasted Heath, he decided to get up on stage, and this is what he had to say.
Come on now. Everybody give it up for Ella. Buddy, good set. Ella likes dating athletes, so I brought up Steph Curry. Ella got and Hadaya got hungry. I do gotta address something. I don't get why everybody keeps calling me a racist. I hang out with Taylor and she's a quarter Asian.
This whole roast just felt really off to me. You could tell some people in the audience felt really uncomfortable with some of these jokes, and I don't know, but it honestly just shocked me. The last roast they did on Jason actually had its really funny moments, but it was definitely more tame than this one, which is making people wonder if these people secretly hate each other. I mean, just listen to this joke about Natalie.
Natalie, hey girl. Natalie's here tonight. She reminds me a lot of AOL dial-up. Annoying, unreliable, and impossible to find a connection with. A lot of people say she doesn't have a lot of close girlfriends, but that's mainly because Todd slept with them all. And now the man of the hour, second to the Todd.
That awkward silence, though. Fuck. Oh, no.
I have a lot of close girlfriends, but that's mainly because Todd slept with them all.
No one said anything. Oh, Jesus.
And now the man of the hour, second to the Todd.
And Natalie was taking a lot of hits, to the point where Todd was actually glancing over at her constantly, just making sure that she was okay.
Wait, what? Okay, just double check. Was it Zane who didn't get tested or Heath? I feel like it was probably both.
Zane is really stubborn. He once ended a 10-year-long friendship by refusing to take a COVID test. Which is funny because most of his relationships end because he refuses to take an STD test.
It must have been really hard for her to know that a bunch of her...
That's kind of like not funny. That kind of sucks if that's true. I don't know what I'm looking for exactly. I've never seen their podcast, and to be honest, I really don't want to. I don't know. I thought they were funny in David's videos, but I thought Zane kind of took it a little too far with his drunkenness sometimes. It was just kind of annoying. And he just kind of did his own thing. I swear I remember him wearing like a Blue Lives Matter shirt in either a picture or like in a video, like an early video. So like if they were fighting about COVID and like taking a test or a vaccine, then yeah, that doesn't surprise me. But I mean, he's in Hollywood, so he has to like kind of hide that conservative side in him. So and if he's from the South, then like, not saying everyone there is like racist or conservative, but might be a highly likely chance. In terms of Carly and Erin, same thing. I haven't seen their podcast.
Ew, spider.
When they made their video talking about initially, when all the revelations were coming out about like the insider article, and I think it was just the insider article. I was pleasantly surprised with their apology video, or like condemnation video. I thought Carly was kind of not taking it a little too seriously. I think I like Erin better than Carly, but I don't know. I don't know. I've never really watched their content. I've only ever watched these people within David's videos. Never really watched anyone outside. I think I've seen a couple of Zane's vlogs. I've seen Jason's vlogs. Not the best. When Liza was a part of the group, I watched a little bit of Liza. My little sister watched her too. And then now, I mean, ever since Jeff left, I'm watching a little bit of Jeff. So I think they're just regular guests. I'm not sure if they're regulars on the podcast now, like actual co-hosts.
We have Logan Paul calling in today too, right? Yeah, Logan wanted to
come clear his name over here.
Bro, I am the ultimate no man. You know that. No one
and behind the
tells this man no more than me.
Shut up, Mike. Stupid ass. What I want? Oh, I guess we could look at David's TikTok real quick.
Every twist empowers you. Every turn inspires you. Becoming a boss is a journey.
Right side, ready? Yeah! Left side, ready? Yeah! Middle. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! I don't know what's wrong. No, there's no way I'm calling this with it. I got in the nose! Look at Taylor's I was trying to find cover. I don't even know who I lit up over there. I fucking lit him up.
Okay, guys, 6 months ago, I made a TikTok for Gel Blaster, and now they finally sent me a custom package. Here we go. Opening it for the first time. Let's see. Yo! Oh my God! Look at that. It has my initials on the blaster. That's. We just opened our first location.
Yeah, we did.
And you know, and you worked really hard. No, we're actually the opposite. We're in debt. But you worked really hard, so I wanted to get you something. So I got you a little gift. So open it up.
Wow. You don't get me anything ever.
I know.
Is this like a gag?
It's a start because I think hopefully there'll be more success and there'll be more opportunities for things like this.
I hope so. You got me a Rolex? Bro! No fucking way! No! No, that's sick! Oh, God. Dude, you got me the same one I wanted!
Really?
Yes!
Really?
Yes!
Wow.
Wow! Wow.
Doesn't fit.
No, it fits like almost perfectly.
Are you fucking with me?
No, this is how you're supposed to wear them. Yeah, it's all the way down here.
We just opened our first. All right, guys, this is for Marvel fans and Marvel fans only. So if you're not a Marvel fan, keep scrolling. So recently I got to make something with Marvel, like a literal, okay, I'm going to show you right now what I made. I wanted to make a gift for mom, dads, girlfriends, boyfriend, Marvel fans, but I didn't want the gift to be big and obnoxious like an 8-foot statue of Iron Man sitting in your living room. So we made this. So we all know about the Infinity Stones, but now we created the Infinity Scents, which are candles made for every single stone. So every stone has a different scent, and it's really sick. It says designed by David Dobrik here, and you open them up. Every candle is frosted to its color, and you can have it sitting, and they are so cool. Each candle is a different scent. This is lavender.
I gotta admit, that's kind of cool, but fuck. I don't want David's name attached to that.
Look at that. It's so dope.
1 sec, babe. There's a delivery guy.
Oh, shit.
Holy shit, Taylor Lautner. Yeah. I love Twilight. Thanks. I'm Team Jacob, by the way.
Do you ever since you remember? I can see you walking up the stairs. No, you can't.
Oh, shit, Vardon. Oh, my God. He looks good. Damn, we watched that kid grow up. Holy shit. I don't know, man. I get, like, looking at some of those TikToks kind of brought me back. But at the same time, like, David, you've done some fucking shitty things, bro. Like the Taylor Lautner thing was cool. The Infinity Sense stuff. This video was pretty cool too.
They had the best fucking pizza in the world, man.
I don't know. It's just disappointing, I guess. I don't know. So he hasn't posted anything since what? Oh shit, March. Had no idea. Oh, she doesn't post on YouTube anymore. I guess she just streams. Oh yeah, she was dating Tifu. Whatever happened to Tifu?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.
Oh, wow.
That feels weird to say.
Okay, well, I guess we're done for the day. I don't know, man. It just kind of sucks. Everything that's going on with David. Not the best person, and he still has a loyal following, which that's probably never going to go away unless something really, really bad happens. But yeah, I think that's all I've got to say. If anything else interesting happens within that group, I'll keep an eye out. But other than that, have a good day.